Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Make sure you stay tuned to this week's episode of Faking It, episode 4, Jagged Little Heart. Will you see maybe Amy and Karma getting back together? Well, let's see that. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
What about your friends? That is the Joy TLC. Yo, perfect song, right? What about your friends and your sisters in Lauren's case, and your god sister in Lauren's case, and your ex-girlfriend and your new best friend,
ex-girlfriend's girlfriend, and no, I'm just kidding.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another sit down with my homegirl Olivia. What's going on?
What's up?
I don't know if Sterling is listening or watching us, but unfortunately, she's a little bit under the weather, so she left us.
Yeah,
for
we
dead.
miss you.
I hope she feels better. She sent out a little tweet, so hopefully you guys got it and retweeted and said feel better. So if you haven't, make sure you do that. Tell Sterling.
I know. Get her in here next week.
Yeah, she said 2 days, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see. But let's get right into it. Last week we left off with the Carmageddon, the war of all wars, where I actually like a little fire in Karma. Did you see that? I know you weren't here, but did you see it?
Yes, I did. Of course I saw it. What do you mean?
Oh, man. And yes, we actually had Katie, Karma.
I know.
Here,
I'm so bummed that I missed Katie, but...
Nana Boo Boo. She was so fun. Like, she should actually be a host. Like, she was, like, sitting up here. You know, like, sometimes you have an interview and, like, you have to force them to kind of,
you have to, like, make them talk.
Yeah. Katie was like, yo, and you'll see him, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
so
really?
Like, cool.
She seems so cool, and she's so pretty.
Yes, she is. And I said by her.
Lucky you.
But anyways, this week's episode was kind of ended on a little of the not so good side.
Note.
So that's why we wanted to come in with a little, pick you up type of song to start us off for today. But Jagged Little Heart, and we're gonna actually figure out why they actually titled that.
Break it down.
With Karma, But right into it, we see Amy. What is it? DIY?
Do it yourself.
So
DIY.
Yes. Yep. What was she doing? Standing a chair?
I don't know. She was building something. Whatever she was doing.
So I get it. I totally get why she was in that point of like having to find everything she can do around the house just to get her mind off the situation.
Keep it busy.
Which I understand. So her mom comes in and stops and is like, "Girl, what is going on with you?"
Right.
Which I love to see her mom back, especially after the whole situation with her and Lauren's dad.
And her mom's kind of like, I don't know, it seems like her mom's supporting her a little bit more than usual.
Most definitely, and we also see that as soon as Felix come in the picture. She was she was like, oh, hey, Felix. But and then Lauren comes storming down the stairs. Now, this is the part that really got me. The last thing that we remember is that Lauren had 500 followers. Now she has 10,000 followers.
Yeah, but it seems like that's still not enough for her. Like, she's ready to take over the Twitter world.
She's like, yo, and then I guess since she came out, as intersex is one of those things people want to know about her life. So they want to come up with this little documentary, which Lauren titles Life of Lauren.
Yeah.
Or was it Life by Lauren?
I don't know. She was trying to come up with some type of reality show, but I mean, it wasn't really reality, clearly, because she was trying to set the stage for
what?
I don't even know. She wants to portray herself in this certain light, because remember, everyone thought of her negatively at first because the second Lisbeth messed everything up, being politically incorrect. Whatever, I forget what she even said, something about Native Americans. So this was Lauren's way of kind of saving herself.
Lauren said it. The old Elizabeth
set
her up.
It's not even the OG Elizabeth.
It's not even right.
Elizabeth number
she was
2.
Elizabeth for 5 minutes.
I don't know. Clearly she couldn't make the cut.
And if you don't remember why she didn't make the cut, she didn't make the cut because Lauren realized that she was trying to get with her or be her friend to gain followers.
Right.
Which is sad.
Typical.
Which is sad. So we found out that also Amy wants to help her, and I was really shocked at that because Amy was all in wanting to help Lauren to do this documentary, but obviously Amy had a different eye of what the documentary should be about.
Right. Which I think Amy was pretty genuine about it. She genuinely wanted to help Lauren And I mean, I don't know. She kind of had her own agenda, had her own thoughts in mind, and Lauren was trying to kind of run the show in a different direction.
Yeah, and then Amy more so is pretty much she don't want to think about karma whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly. So she's doing everything she can to keep her mind off that.
Right, and actually we actually see that Amy is not the only one feeling the same way. Karma is also feeling the same way.
Surprise, surprise.
So we go into Karma actually playing on her guitar as usual. She knows she goes to her music.
She goes in on the music.
So she's in practicing her song, and I was very, very glad to see her parents come in to try and cheer her up.
Yeah,
so
it's so funny how both like Amy's parents and Karma's parents just kind of come in to try to help them.
Yeah.
And they help them in very different ways. Of course, Amy's mom, being who she is still trying to get her away from Karma a little bit, but Karma's parents are like, you guys are meant to be. Like, they want them to be together so bad.
Nice.
And I don't know.
But then, I'm sick and tired of like the Liam and like the whole Karma situation, and then like the Karma and Amy. I'm kind of like wanting something else.
It is played out.
But I know you guys tweeted last week. I was just like, well, there is no show without Karma and Amy. Yeah. We know that. But then I see that her parents found the Karma's half of the necklace that Amy and Karma have. So there you go, Jagged Little Hearts. So,
I see what they did there.
Boom! That just went.
I really didn't get it till this very moment.
God, yeah, because she grabbed the necklace from her parents. She was like, "What? It's just a jagged little heart," and she actually said it. Yeah, so.
She did.
What were you watching?
I know. I don't know. I didn't pick it up, I guess.
I feel because sometimes I be missing out on stuff. Like, I even totally missed the new crush that Shane had. His name. Like, how did I miss that? But anyways, so then we actually come back to Amy, and we actually see that Felix is back. Which he actually comes back a whole lot different on camera. Like, I just, like, something about his energy and something about him was just totally different.
Well, he's sober now. So that'll do it to you.
He wasn't drunk last time either. He wasn't like drunk.
Yeah, but I don't know. He spent some time, found himself a little bit.
So he's away, and actually, he actually comes in as soon as Amy decides to, start to do the producing, I guess, is Lauren's little documentary or whatever we want to call it, Life by Lauren. I think I wrote it down somewhere. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But it was actually a nice little reality show that make it happen, actually.
Yeah, I mean, she was tossing some advertisements in there. She seemed to be on top of her game.
So then Amy asked, Felix was getting ready to ask Felix to actually be the cameraman, but he's thinking that she's asking him out on a date. So he can't date for 6 months.
Yeah, that's tough. They got themselves in a little pickle there. I know, 6 months is a long time.
6 months is a long time. Now, I can be celibate for 6 months, but I don't know if I can not date for 6 months. I don't know about that. So, actually, it was good to see Felix back. I was actually forgot about him.
I know, I did a little bit. But he seems like a stand-up guy when he's sober.
What do you mean stand-up guy?
I don't know. He's nice to Amy. He seems like supportive, and he keeps on like tossing her little hints in there about, trying to get her friendship back in order.
I guess so. But so when did I miss that Liam had a job?
I know. All of a sudden, I don't know. He's like trying to get in touch with his roots, but he comes from money now.
Yeah, he comes from money, but he does not want to be. He's not a part of his family anymore. Remember,
so I
in the beginning,
that's why. Yeah.
Yeah, but. Like, at least show us that he's going to go get a job.
I know, he comes out the cut in a coffee shop, like, I don't know.
But you only have 30 minutes, so I understand.
Yeah, I guess.
Right, so Shane is at Liam's job, and he's just, like, chillaxing and looking at this guy, a new crush. Boom. Shane has, like, a new crush, like, every other.
He's always crushing. He's like a little, I don't even know. He's just,
I love how you said it. I don't even know.
You know what I'm saying? But like,
I don't even know. Yeah, so this new guy that's on the stage, Shane is just like in awe looking at him, and of course Liam just comes by and like, oh, here we go. Yeah,
I know. Well, I mean, he's kind of dreamy out there playing the guitar, like serenading him a little bit. I could see the charm in there. Though I'm not a fan of Noah, but
I'm not a fan of Noah's
charming
Ark.
At first. Yeah,
a one-person band.
Stage name Noah's Ark. Whatever.
a one-person's band. Like, where's the rest of the band? However, so Shane finds a crush, but also Liam has his own crush of his own, which is his immediate supervisor. He corrected that. He was like, "That's not my boss."
Would you say it was his crush though?
No, not his crush.
She seems to be crushing
She's crushing on him. Did I say that? I said that. See,
no, you didn't.
I said Shane. I said Liam has a crush of his own.
Oh. Like, okay,
Wait,
fine. Fair to say.
Okay, good.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So we find out that it's his supervisor, Rachel, which I don't see Rachel for Liam.
She's not his type.
I don't see that at all. Liam needs he needs a bad chick.
I mean, he went from Zeta, right? Zeta's like a bad chick. And she had it going on. And now Rachel's all nervous and flustered. She's got to get your stuff together, girl. If you're going into Liam, come on.
So actually, after Noah Ark comes off stage, and then like the MC announces about a contest for a band, and then like Shane tried to kind of pushes Karma to go up there and sing. Yeah. She's like, what did she say? She releases her emotional demands through songs.
Yeah, which we've seen from like the beginning. She was always into the songwriting. But I mean, she's definitely feeling some type of way lately, so she's releasing it through her music.
I really want a little bit more of Karma to sing, though. Like, I do miss that. Like, from the episode from last season when she was in the cafeteria singing. I think she was trying to sing.
I mean, I would have loved to hear her sing if Shane wasn't trying to steal the damn show all the time. It's always trying to get the most attention.
I mean, well, hey, that's what I heard. That,
Wait a second. What did you hear?
I had to think about what I'm going to say. Like, what was I trying to say? Let me just make sure. We're going to come back to that. But anyways, we go back to Felix and Amy. Actually, I noticed how this whole situation with Amy, Felix, and Lauren, like, a lot of like clues and like advice was being thrown at Amy, and she had no idea.
She was being so oblivious.
I was like, man,
like, girl.
I was like, that was perfect. That was perfect advice for you and Amy. And you and Karma, and she's just like, vroom. It just went right over her head. But I was glad to see that she was actually really into helping Lauren. That was my thing. Yeah,
it's definitely nice to see that they've come a long way. You know what I'm saying? A very long way.
I don't know how long it's going to last, because Lauren is that person that one moment she's like, okay, I'm down with being friends, and then one moment I'm queen, and then get out my face.
Well, I mean, we can see with her. I mean, now she's got 10,000 followers, so you never know what can happen.
I don't understand how you get from 500 to 10,000.
Well, because she has a lot of haters now, so
the
them
ghost
trolls
followers
on the internet.
The ghost followers. Yeah. You remember when Instagram actually deleted all the ghost followers?
Really?
You remember that?
I don't know. I
don't
guess
tell me I'm the only one that remembers that. Like, there was one point, and I think it was last year, where like it was a big thing on Instagram, and Instagram like had this thing where
define ghost followers. Like, they're fake.
Like
those people that buy followers, they're like all fake ones.
Maybe it's two different ones, because maybe there's one where they're actually following you, but they never like anything. They're just watching. They just like go and watch. And then there's one that don't follow you, and they actually watch.
Oh.
And maybe like something every now and then. And then they'll go and like your 166 week pic. All the way down. And comment all the way down there. See, yeah. But then we go back and we see that actually Shane and Karma actually sounds good as a band when they were singing. I was really shocked.
I was rooting for them, and even like they kind of looked like they were vibing a little bit, but I mean, even when the speaker blew out or whatever, I thought that everyone was going to be like, yeah, but everyone was like, they weren't about it.
Wow.
I don't know.
What was the name? Z and Zim?
I wrote it down. What do we got here?
Zim. I think it was Z and Zim.
Where did that even come from?
I'm really trying to figure out where they got that from, guys.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe if you all could found that out.
Let us know.
In some kind of way, like maybe like put a comment in, tweet us or something, and let us know, because I don't understand like how.
Yeah, I don't get it, but nice name though. Nice name.
Whatever. But anyway, so after they become off stage and they realize that it's an actual contest and it's actually $5,000 they will win or something like that.
Yeah, some big money.
Some big money.
Amount of money.
And they decide to go ahead and do the contest, which I think was pretty cool. And I was actually glad to see that, finally Karma is having something that she can like take her mind off what she's going through. And she did say that this is the one thing that was going to make her happy and make her, move on from, the whole Amy situation. Right. So Z and Zim, people, let's look out for their first album in summer 2016. Anyways, so Noah's Ark is the other band that's going to be with them, that's performing with them. I don't understand why it's a band. It's one person. Noah.
He's a one-man band.
It's a one-man band. So he actually comes up and tries to spook
He's so
Shane.
annoying. And Shane, of course, thinks he's like flirting. I don't even know what he was thinking. But he got in his head. That's all that matters.
He got all the way in his head to the fact that he actually tried to make it seem like Shane should be the leader. Got in his head like that. And, you
we
can't
all
say
know
that.
how Shane loves being the leader. The star of the show. So
you cannot say that to Shane because Shane's gonna take it and go all the way to dyeing his hair green, bluish, whatever color that was.
Yeah, it was like aquamarine.
So we're gonna look out for that. And then when they actually performed though, it was actually pretty cool. That actually sounded good. But I was trying to figure out was Shane really singing? Like I know Karma can sing.
Yeah, of course. In real life, she was on American Idol now. Katie.
Dead air. I'm trying to remember.
I think she was a contestant. So she's like really about the singing.
Season. Yes, first. Yeah, I remember when we was learning about Katie. Katie is the actual.
Yeah, so
character.
I wonder if Shane can really sing or if it's just.
Yes, he can. Oh Lord, I can't believe I forgot that he had a single last year. Dang.
Oh, did he really?
Yes, he came on the show. He actually sung and everything.
No way.
But
so there you go.
I don't remember
Zim all day.
But I remember that voice on the show, but I just don't remember this show. Wait, this voice tonight. It didn't sound like Shane that when he came here singing.
Well, they were doing a cover. Do you remember what was this cover song that they were doing? I don't know,
Jagged
some
Little
funky
Liar,
stuff.
Jagged Little Heart. I'm sorry.
Jagged something.
I wasn't paying attention to that. I was still so shocked at the fact that I'm like, okay, is this Shane singing?
I was just watching his blue hair the whole time, to be honest with you. His frosted tips.
So we see that actually before Karma goes on stage, Liam kisses Karma. But I'm so over them. I'm so over them.
But what do you think? Like, okay, you could tell from the get-go that Liam was so, like,
googly eyes.
Yeah, and Shane was even saying, like, you don't even care about Zeta. The last episode, he was like, you're not even, like, bummed about it. And he's like, what do you mean? Like, of course. And I don't know. It was so obvious that he can just not get over Karma. But she didn't really seem that into it to me. I don't know.
Into
Liam.
At that moment, before she went on stage?
Just in general, she's kind of just like... I mean, she talks to him and she, like, kind of entertains his whatever, but, like, he's definitely pursuing her more so than she would ever be pursuing him.
Yeah, but I didn't see the pursuing until he actually looked at her that last time and was like, you can do it, you got this, whatever.
Yeah.
That last look he gave her was like, I have to kiss this woman. And why does everybody want to kiss Karma?
I know Karma's like the hot ticket. I get like everyone's gotta get Karma.
I didn't want to get sued or anything, but like last week when she was on the show when I was sitting next to her, I was like,
see, she's a little dreamy. You're like, I'm never gonna watch this on again.
I was like, let me kiss her and find out.
See, the show does that to you. You're like, what's this hype about?
I was like, let me just kiss Karma and see what's going on. I was acting like Shane, like, man, I don't see it.
No, I'm good though.
But no, so we go back to Lauren. She's still getting this documentary together. I did write it was Life by Lauren. Mm-hmm. And she's doing a little part, everything is so skit out. Like she wrote out a freaking skit for a reality show.
It seems like she's like afraid of being herself. Don't you feel? Like she just is always, I don't know. I feel like she always has something pre-planned or like a little agenda going on, and she never wants to be like,
be herself.
This is me, people.
Which I see why, and it's so funny how this episode was really kind of thinking like stabbing at reality TV shows, because I've actually been on reality TV sets and they are a little stripped at times.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, even at my college, there's a course called Writing for Reality Television. So like, what do you? I mean, I don't know.
Reality, real.
Yeah.
Hello,
so
people.
Think what you want.
Yeah.
Draw your own conclusions.
But we see that Amy is trying to actually get that out of Lauren to say, hey, let's talk about you. I think that's more, interesting,
right,
and will actually get you more followers than, you talking about Life by Lauren.
Your lip gloss.
Yeah, like she's trying to be a brand. So I get that. So then there's a knock at the door, and we get introduced to a new character, Raven. So yes. I don't know if this is a continued character, but I love that they brought this person in.
Yeah, definitely.
I just don't know if it was a male or female.
Well, I mean,
Raven,
I'm still a little. The whole intersex thing is still a little bit new to me. But he was like, not a spokesperson, but he seemed to like be involved in the intersex community a lot, which is why Amy wanted to bring him onto their documentary.
Right, which we found out that, of course, as Lauren has no idea why this person is here and who this person is. But as they're talking, you know, Raven starts to tell Lauren a little bit more about her lifestyle.
Whatever lifestyle it may be. Their whole type of community. You know, they're just kind of getting familiar.
But then Lauren says, well, when Raven tries to get Lauren to talk about her life and what she has gone through and getting through it, Lauren storms off and was like, no, I'm not a spokesman for intersex community.
I know.
And Raven thought that's why he was there. She was there. I'm so sorry. That'll let me know if
I know. I mean, we're new to this. Excuse us, correct us if you want to. You know?
I know Lauren is a female, but I couldn't tell whether Raven was like something else. So I just didn't know. But I know they were intersex because of the situation. And I know we had when we first found out about Lauren being intersex, we had a whole lot of comments and on that episode, on that review show, and it was so many people that was informing us.
Right.
More about intersex as well and how it works and that situation. Not how it works, but more so like different ways of being intersex. So I did learn a lot about that, but it's just what was confusing me was the fact that Raven, I was not able to say whether it was a male or female. So that's the only thing. But anyways, Lauren gets upset, storms off to her rooms because she does not want to talk about that part of her life. She really tries her best to try to cover the whole thing up, which I can understand. Yeah,
I mean, I feel like they kind of bombarded her a little bit. Like, when you're ready, you're ready. But if you're just going to force someone, like, especially on camera like that, it's kind of like...
Yeah. So then, of course, Felix shoots in another a little jab. But he actually was just like, you know what, you need to go and fix this with Lauren. You know, you kind of like using what you're going through on Lauren, and it's not fair, you know, so you need to go and fix it and off camera. So Amy goes to talk to Lauren, and it seems like Lauren didn't want to have nothing to do with Amy at that time. But of course, I know when Amy is getting ready to do one of her heartfelt apologies, because her voice comes down and then she leans on something.
We're very familiar with
this. Like her voice comes down and she leans on something. If you ever think about when Amy's getting ready to apologize,
you know it's going down when she starts leaning.
It's going down in the apology. Wait, that was kind of whack.
No, but I see what you're saying.
But no, she like, and if there's nothing to lean on, she goes like, her whole body just shuts down. She's like, so it's amazing how I observed her. But yeah, I actually love Amy in real life. But anyways, so yeah, she actually goes and, you know, really lets Lauren know that, hey, I actually realized that I actually, you know, involve what I'm going through into your project, and it shouldn't be that way. And if, you know, you don't want to talk about it right now, you don't have to talk about it. But I think the fact that Amy was able to get to Lauren in a way to make her understand that I do need to find out who I want to be, who I want to portray myself as, or, you know, maybe I need to find myself, and maybe I need to love myself more and not care about what others think of me.
But it was interesting how Lauren kind of shot it back at Amy, because Amy's like, you know, like, you really need to start like coming to terms with who you are. And Lauren's like, well, what about you? Like, you don't want to label yourself. Like, why don't you go find yourself instead of telling me, like, what to do all the time? Which is very true. I mean, because, you know, Amy, I mean, not like you have to pick a side or anything, but, like, Amy's so set on Lauren, like, you know, trying to, like, figure herself out when Amy doesn't even really know what's up with herself either.
Sometimes it's not good, but sometimes it's easy to give people advice,
right?
You know, rather than taking advice yourself, because I think that sometimes being the outside looking in, it's always easier to tell.
It's very easy to give rather than...
So I think that's the situation with Amy. However, Lauren was not having it. Lauren was not having it. She was like, no, you can't tell me anything when you don't even want to label your own freaking self. Like, come on. But I love the fact that it got Lauren to actually take a moment without any other cameraman, turn on the camera and sit there and release, and because I do realize that sometimes talking to yourself can answer some of your questions and make you realize some things.
Once you say it out loud, you know, that it's a game changer for sure.
So we see that Lauren obviously is taking Amy's advice, or push, I guess you can say, and going to maybe think about maybe being an intersex spokesman.
Right.
Maybe we'll see that coming up. We'll talk about that.
I mean, I think I have a feeling she's going to become a little bit more involved in the community and So we'll see. We'll see what happens
That'll
there.
be good. But meanwhile, with Karma and Shane, of course, the whole stage performance was a disaster. Like, even, I think that was a smooth move that Karma did, though, with, like, unplugging his mic before she...
Because he was such
smooth.
a jerk. But, she came in there, she was like, see ya.
That was smooth. So I think they started off pretty good, and then all of a sudden the speakers blows out or whatever, and Noah is just like, thank you. Like, I did my job. I wasn't thinking that she was going
to... what a jerk he is.
I don't think we got to see him anymore.
I mean, I don't know. You never know. I mean, obviously he won the contest, but...
Most definitely he won because he was the only one. But
Shane... If Shane pursues him, that's his own problem.
Shane, please don't.
Shane, don't do it.
Don't do it. Dang, Daniel. But anyways. But no, so we see that, of course, Karma is upset that this one thing that she finally, which is her music, she was able to get over, or trying to, get to a point to where she can stop thinking about Amy.
Right.
And Shane effed it up for her. And she's like letting Shane have it as the phone is ringing. And the phone is ringing.
Right.
And the phone is ringing. So after she has this what people say, let Shane have it, let him have it, she answers the phone, and it's not a good phone call, guys.
Did you see it going that way, though? I don't know.
Because the reason why I was actually a little bit dumbfounded, because Amy's phone was ringing and Karma's phone was ringing.
Of course, they had to set us up like that.
Right, but I was just like, okay, so I figured something dramatic was going to happen, but I was not thinking that it was going to be to the point to where
me
hospital
neither.
and all this kind of stuff like
and
that.
And I did, to be honest, I didn't even really think it was Amy on the phone, because I was like, this wasn't like set up. Yeah.
I think now that I think about it, after we realize, of course, Karma father's has a heart attack and ends up in the hospital. But I think probably what was happening was because Karma's phone kept going off, Amy answered her phone right away. And I think maybe the hospital was trying to call Karma, and then maybe Amy is like,
I wonder how. That's what I was thinking. I wonder how
like
Amy even knew or got to the hospital. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. If it's probably not her mom, Karma's mom calling Amy, maybe it was like Amy is on the Karma's second number or second phone number. Could be. But that was really hard to see. But I love the fact that that's why we were playing TLC in the beginning. What about your friends? Because will they stand your ground? Will they be there? And obviously Amy was there.
I mean, it's unfortunate that it took a tragedy to bring them together, but right now they're together. So
that's all that matters. But that hug was something serious, though. That was a hug that best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. Go best friend. Go best friend. That's my best friend.
True.
But yeah, and I hate that the show had to end that way, but I love the fact that it brought them together.
Right.
But we also see some things and predictions that we maybe talk about. Let's figure out. Do you have some predictions? Let's go into predictions.
I don't know. So, you know how Karma's parents, they have a secret. Did you notice that they were like, well, we have something to tell you, or we've been keeping something from you? I'm
actually waiting for Jonathan, where is our prediction thing? See? You're fired!
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
got us.
predictions.
Yo, so you said what now? The secret between the parents. I think I was writing when I was listening to that.
Oh, yeah. So it was just the previews for the next episode. They were saying, Karma's dad, first of all, was out of the hospital. It looked like they were in a house, and he was kind of leaning on her mom and being like, we have something to tell you, or we have something we've been meaning to tell you, or whatever. Which could be the reason for his heart attack, if it's something that they have really been.
Or maybe she's adopted.
Oh my gosh, you think? Well, her brother's
because her brother's adopted, so maybe she is too.
That could be.
But she was first, not before him. Even though he's older,
really?
I think maybe she was there first.
Oh, and then they could adopt
and
him
then they
after.
adopted him.
Okay.
So
I don't know.
That was just a wild guess, guys. I don't know.
My first thought was oh my god, they're having a baby, but they're too old to have a baby.
And he just got a heart attack, so maybe he got the heart attack from making the baby.
Yeah,
we should be writers.
Plot twist.
My whole thing, my prediction is going to go towards Liam. I see him with Rachel. Their whole little fling that they have going on. Her. But I think he's trying to do that to get over Karma.
Right.
But I'm confused because he just kissed Karma.
Right. Speaking of, we got a tweet from Larissa Girl, and she totally agrees that she is over Karma and Liam.
Thank you,
girl. Yes.
Give me a high five, girl. Thank you. Like,
I
come
feel you
on,
on
man.
that.
Like,
She agrees
I'm
with
so
us.
over both of them. Like, I'm actually kind of over Liam. Like, I really, I feel like Karma needs like a new.
She needs a new boo.
She needs a new boo. And then what the heck happened? Can somebody tweet me right quick? And maybe I'll get it after the show. But what the heck happened to Theo?
Who's Theo?
The one that was the what I'm trying to think of the name they called him. But the black guy that was dating Lauren.
Oh.
I hate this. I hate that I had to say black guy.
The security guard.
The cop.
Oh my gosh, he just totally left the picture. And speaking of boyfriends, also, well, I know Dylan cheated on Karma, whatever, but so is he just gone now? Like, what's up?
They come in and they go off. Yeah, like Dylan, like, bro.
I like him. Come on, like, could have gave us a warning.
Well, you know, last episode he actually was kissing another girl and with all that situation like that. But I don't know how long. My prediction was I don't know how long this whole Rachel and Liam thing is going to work out, but I don't think it's going to last. I really don't. Now I think that they're going to try to put Liam and Karma together. Mark my word.
Well, of course, that's how it goes. It always goes that way.
I don't know.
But like Rachel, so how he seems so, when we saw the predictions for the next episode, he went to the rabbi's dinner or whatever, and Rachel just like came out the cut, like, and he was like, Rachel, like, what do you think? What do you think's up with that? I think that dinner that they were going to, or he was trying to, or maybe dropping Shane off or whatever, because you know Shane had the platter in his hand. I think that was probably like the parents or someone that he knew. Well, he had like a sex date after the rabbi's dinner, which was, I mean, so the rabbi may be her father. That's what something. I was thinking. I was thinking that the rabbi might be her father. Because he is the father. Because he invited her. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of tell. I'm gonna say that. That's our prediction for next week. I'm going to say it. Okay. Mark my words. Write that down. Next week, y'all let me know if I was wrong. On the East Coast, tweet me up early. Yeah, before. So when we come on the show, that's going to be the first thing I say is, oh, yeah, man, it was not her father. Whatever. Rabbi, you are not the father. So, Olivia, thank you, guys. It was actually a good show. I hate that Sterling could not be here. We usually have a great energy, all of us. And, I try to be a good lead host. I think I did pretty good. I think you did a good job. Y'all can tweet me and let me know what I should work on. But, sometimes I get a little nervous because sometimes I don't be writing everything down. I be trying to remember it in my head. But anyways, Olivia, where can they find you on? So you guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at @thereal_O_G. Yeah. And you can also find me at all social media outlets as Cortez G West. Please, I don't call you guys fans. I call you guys supporters. Really, thank you so much for helping me win that award for the JB's Food for Thought Award. So thank you for that. Y'all, I love your tweets. I love your comments. Thank you for that. Make sure you also maybe go ahead and follow Sterling since he's not here. Sterling Cates. That's at Sterling Cates. And make sure you also follow us at AfterBuzz TV. Again, that's AfterBuzz TV. Go to iTunes. Rate us top 5, people. Top 5. The magic number 5. Okay, goodbye. Bye, guys. Yeah.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.